Hi, I'm jumping on today for those of us who may be empaths or sensitive or introverts or like me, all three, who sometimes feel like they lack confidence, and because they might be quieter and more reserved than our extrovert friends, it makes us feel less secure and less confident in our abilities. So I wanted to do a little centering on that and some tapping. So we live in a world where obviously there's all kinds of flavours of people and all kinds of personalities and ways of being. And if you are on the quieter, more reserved end of the spectrum, when we see people who are louder and more technicaler, sometimes it can make us feel like our light and our voice isn't enough. And that simply isn't the case. And I know for myself personally, especially in business, you come across some people who are therapists or coaches, and they might be really kind of big personality and kind of talking all the coaching talk, and it kind of looks really like wow, and I'm sure it is wow, but there's also space for those of us who are not that way, who have a different way of relating to people. And the problem can be with those of us who are like that is that we maybe hold ourselves back, or we don't share as often, or we don't post as much, because it can be really hard to compete in a world where there's so much noise and brightness and busyness. So if you're that person, I'm just saying I see you. I am also like this, and I think it's important that we celebrate whatever we are, we celebrate that, and that comparison with others can just be really painful. So yeah, I wanted to do a little bit of tapping on that, just to maybe tap through some of those feelings. So let's start with a little centering. So I like to just put a hand over my abdomen and a hand over my heart, just to kind of connect with my being, and just taking a few breaths in through the nose. Just letting the breath go. If you do have your hands on your body, just noticing the rise and fall of the breath. And just taking a moment to open with curiosity to however your being is in this moment. Just attuning into your being. And maybe notice what it feels like to be someone that might be a little more sensitive or quiet or reserved, and how that sometimes might impact you and how you show up in the world. And maybe notice where you feel that in your body. And we're not trying to change anything, we're just bringing attention to that space. Just feeling into the quality of it. And maybe even sinking deeper under the physical sensations to notice what emotion that is. Could be fear, could be sadness, could be frustration. It's all welcome. Taking another deep breath, and then letting your hands fall down, maybe just making a little stretch, bringing some movement into your beautiful body this morning. It's morning here where I am. I'm not sure what it is where you are. And let's do some tapping. So I'm just going to freestyle the tapping around this theme of holding ourselves back, having a quieter voice, that kind of thing. So as with all tapping, just copy what I do, repeat what I say. If it doesn't resonate, just use your own words. Okay, so tapping on the side of the hand. Even though sometimes I might feel less than, because I am naturally more reserved, I would really like to approve of all of me. Even though when I compare myself with others, it makes me feel smaller, I accept how I feel. Even though sometimes other people's loud makes me quiet, I choose to lovingly be with these feelings. If other people are loud and confident, sometimes it makes me feel insecure and small. It seems so easy for other people when they're so loud and confident. And it can make me doubt my quieter, more sensitive way of being. When I compare myself to others, it can make me feel less than. And when I feel less than, I want to stay small and quiet. But what if what I have to say and the way that I choose to say it has just as much value as everybody else? What if by being who I truly am, I connect to those who resonate at the same vibration? What if I don't need to be anything other than the way I show up in the world? What if sometimes what appears as confidence is just masking insecurity? What if whoever we are, it's a far wiser and kinder choice to show up exactly as we are? What if I am enough and worthy of being here as everybody else? What if I'm okay just as I am? And then just take a moment to be with your body. So again, I'm going to put my hands in how I center myself in that position. Just breathe in. Just anchoring those feelings in. What if we are enough exactly as we are? Thank you for being here.